Fraudulent emails and text messages claiming to be from the tax office or another government agency are not new. However, a newer variant of this scam is making its rounds on social media. This new form of sextortion claims to expose explicit images sent by the victim to an online acquaintance, and threatens to send those images to all their friends and family unless they pay a fee. The truth is that cybercriminals will never contact you out of the blue requesting payment for something that may or may not have happened. Here are some things you need to know about this scam.
Burning news stories here.
Sextortion is a form of extortion wherein an individual is coerced to surrender personal or sensitive information, such as sexual images or videos, to avoid the release of embarrassing material to family members, friends and coworkers. The requests for payment take the form of demands by an unknown individual who threatens to release explicit images to the victim's friends and family unless they comply with the demand. The scammer often claims the victim is being watched or monitored by this individual. The best way to avoid falling victim to sextortion scams is to not engage with anyone who makes these types of demands. If you receive a request for payment through email, delete it. If someone shares images related to this scam, report them immediately. If you have been the victim of sextortion, it is important that you contact the Area 1 Fraud Squad immediately. If you're not sure whether an email or text is legitimate, there are tons of websites that provide some tips on how to identify an email scam. Phishing emails often contain grammatical or spelling errors. They may also ask you to provide sensitive information, like your tax registration number or credit card number. If you receive an email with a request for payment, it's likely a scam. Legitimate government agencies will rarely contact you by email about unpaid taxes. If an email claims that there are explicit images of you on the other end, it's more than likely not true. If you receive an email with this type of message, delete it immediately. It's more likely that personal information will be used by cybercriminals for financial fraud or identity theft. So, if you receive a text message with any of these messages, save the number in your phone as spam and delete the message. The goal of the sextortion scam is to get you to pay for something that never happened. Cybercriminals use an unwitting victim's sense of embarrassment for their own gain. They want to exploit your fear of being caught in order to get money out of you. The scammers will often threaten to send your explicit pictures to your friends, family or colleagues if you don't pay the requested ransom. It may be tempting to pay the ransom, but doing so would only fuel the criminality. So, how can you protect yourself? The best thing you can do is to avoid clicking on links or opening attachments in emails that you weren't expecting. If there is any doubt about the legitimacy of an email or text message, verify with the sender before responding. As long as you are cautious when it comes to online transactions, it's unlikely that you will ever get caught up in this scam. The more people are aware of the sextortion scam, the less likely it will be that they fall victim to it.
I was failing school, my grades were bad left and right, and I was in and out of the hospital for trying to commit suicide.
This is part of the webinar that includes teens and their parents speaking out from all over the nation. A decade ago, sextortion affected 100,000 families. As of last year, 18 million, and in devastating ways.
I also have scars on my body from physical abuse that I did to myself to try to take away pain that they caused.
It's so awful, but you don't think about how it's going to stick with you for the rest of your life. I just turned 24 and I still struggle every day because of the abuse. I have depression, panic attacks, and PTSD.
The case of Amanda Todd has become a rallying point. She was targeted when she was in the 7th grade. She had flashed herself once on a webcam that was used against her to do so much more. She was bullied and shamed at school, seemed to have nowhere to turn for help. She made this video a year before she committed suicide. Her mother says to parents, get help. Don't take no for an answer, including from local police.
You need to stand your ground as a parent, and you need to insist on them helping you.